Okay, so very welcome back. Welcome to another video, and welcome to this weekend's video. We're gonna make a start at the Ford 8240 here now, and we'll document this as it goes on. But I suppose this will be part one of it anyway. I'll try and make a nice video series of this if I've the time and if I have the patience for it. But I know a lot of you will enjoy it thoroughly if I do that, so it should be a big boost to the channel as well. So here she is, looking as mean as ever, but all is not well. Any of you who have been watching, she has a bit of engine trouble, so we're gonna start stripping and see can we get to the bottom of that. But be a learning curve for me along the way as well, because I've never touched one of these ever before, so we'll see how we get on. So first, I suppose we will start at the top, get all our pipe work and all that off, and then we'll go to the bottom and get the rest off. But yeah, we'll document it as we go. So this is the start of it. My side panel is off here, and now we'll start ripping off some water hoses. Okay, so our side panels are now off, our coolant is drained, and now I need to take off my turbocharger, my air filter box, and yeah, all of this needs to come off here. Then our manifold, then all our alternator and stuff at the other side. We'll go around the other side now and give it a look. Might go over to the tractor there and get my grip out of it, and I can put the camera up there somewhere and you'll be able to see everything going on. Of course, a lot of this will be easier than if it was a modern engine, because there'll be less complication, you know, there'll be less AdBlue and there'll be less stuff crammed into a smaller space. But also some of this is going to be difficult. For example, our injector pipes aren't clamped together. Every pipe is out on its own, and we might get away with taking the head off without removing them, but in the same breath we might not. So a bit more work involved in removing all of that. Okay, so as you can see, we have our alternators off, and a bit more bits and pieces, a few more pipes off, bits like that. And now I'm going taking off my injector pipes, but like as I say, normally they're clamped together, but they're not clamped together in this. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a green cable tie for the first one, then 2 cable ties in the next one, and so on and so forth until we get them all off. And I'll lay them all down the ground then, and when we go for reassembling, at least I'll know which one goes where. So far we've had nothing really tricky to remove anyway, but I'm not at it long, maybe 3/4 of an hour that way. So I'm sure we'll knock across something that's not too pleasant, but it's always the case. Don't think we should come across anything too difficult to remove anyway, because all this stuff has been off not so long ago. It's actually a Ford specialist doing up the engine, so it'll be interesting to see what they've done once we get in here. I think it's lined. I've been told it's been lined anyway, so that should make our job an awful lot easier. I hope we'll get away without taking out the block, but again, we might have to, who knows. So we will see in due course. Right, so a lot clearer view now on what we have to do. All our injector pipes are off. Water pump off now next. This fuel line. And our injectors will have to come out as well. Right, so our water pump is out. Basically all we've left now is our injectors. And don't worry, I'm not going to rip them with an impact gun. I already have them all loose and I'm just going to run them out. And then we'll pull the injectors, which should be easy. Yeah, absolutely no bother. You see, they were out not so long ago. If this was, I pulled them out of tractors that have never been out before, and it's torture. But this is, don't even need the bar. They're all just coming up out of there. I love when things go easily, but it's not always the case. But yeah, this was no bother. So that's our 6 injectors out. I'd say by the look of them, they had some fun taking them out the first time now. They're all pitted. Well, the body of them is pitted like, but the nozzle is, yeah, it's a pretty new looking nozzle. But we'll test them anyway for the crack. Well, I won't be testing, I'll give them to the mechanic. He can test them. And now we'll take off our air intake here. Then we'll take off our rocker cover, and there's surely a couple of head bolts underneath that guy as well. So another 20 minutes there or thereabouts. We should be there, but the fun will yet to begin, because when we have to take off the sump, we have to roll the front axle away. It's not going to be pleasant now. So we'll get our head off first anyway and see how that goes. Right, now the worst part of this is I'm going to lose my stand for my light. Anyway, we'll see what secrets are under here. There's no head bolts in here anyway, so that's handy. And I'm going to show you something for lads have never taken apart something that's been, you know, so free and good and everything is clean. It's such a pity, like, that we have to go doing this, but sure, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. Like, that gasket is perfect. You know, every time you take off one of them, you make crap of it. And yeah, it is a pity. Even the camshaft, like, is spotless. So, right, obviously a lot of people watching this will know the carry on here. They'll understand all of this, but there's also going to be people looking at it that have never even seen the internals of an engine before. Now, my experience with all this kind of stuff will be limited, but nevertheless, I know some bit. So you have inlet and exhaust valves. So you have 2 valves per cylinder. So there's 2, there's 2, there's 2. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. So air goes in here, and when the valve is open, that air is able to go down into our chamber, and when that happens, we create well, Well, in petrol you create an explosion, but in these, I don't know what you're creating in a diesel. You don't create an explosion in a diesel. But anyway, what that does is when that happens, it shoves the piston down, and that creates the power. And it needs to leave that out on your exhaust side, and that is at the other side. So your air goes in here and your exhaust gases come out the other side with your burnt fuel. So if you have black smoke pouring out your exhaust pipe, then you have unburned fuel. That fuel has not been burnt inside in the engine, and that's heading straight out and up the pipe. So basically all I have to do now is rip off these few head bolts, and it'll kind of soon be revealed what our problem is. So I need to take up our camshaft and take that away out with me. Some of our push rods are coming up with us. Right, there we go. Now we need to put this somewhere safe that it's not going to get damaged or anything. So all those bolts I've removed off the head, including the ones bolting down the camshaft, but we have our push rods out now. But anyway, all the bolts holding down the head, they all need to be torqued, putting them back down. And not only do they need to be torqued, they actually need to be torqued in a certain sequence. So sometimes you have to start in the middle and work your way out. Sometimes you set them to a certain tolerance, then you put an angle gauge on your torque spanner. So you might set it to, for example, 100 Newton meters and then torque at 90 degrees. So that's how that works. And for that is going to be, when we're putting it back together, I don't have the torque settings for it, but I'm sure we will be able to access them somewhere. So we'll figure that one out. But for now, we have to lift off the cylinder head. And there's going to be a bit of weight in this guy, so we'll see how we get on with him. This is broken there now anyway. Slide him over this way. Oh, hold on now lads. We're not going to get away that easy. The bulkhead is actually bolted to it. No, that is stupid. That is really, really stupid. Oh my God, same on the TM. What do they be thinking? How are we even going to get in to get that out? Jeez, that's not going to be easy now. Ah, lads. Why? Why, oh, why? Yeah, that's definitely bolted to it. I can't even get my hand in to feel it, but there's kind of a dowel there. Show that back. Show a dowel at that side. Probably is, you know. We're going to look. There's a tech screw in it. Better than a dowel. Oh my God almighty, that is ridiculous. Why would you do that? How am I even going to... I might be able to get at it here like this. What a stupid idea. Right, we're going to have to rip that... we'll rip that and then we might be able to slide it enough to... I think if I lift it and then slide it, I'll be able to get my hand in to rip the bolts, but... My God almighty, tonight. Wow. Right, we think we'll try lifting it off with that on. Because for reassembling is not going to be easy, but Jesus, it's not going to be easy to get it off the way it is there now either. I'll try it. No, I don't think it's going to work. No, it's restricting me too much, like. No. How, like, I don't know how you'd even put it back on with this, because obviously you want to sit this down straight, you don't want to be moving this around. It'd be grand if it was flush with it, but it's not. So how are you supposed to get the head off? With this on it. I'll lift that there now. Forward. And get that one there now. It's gonna have to come off. This is crazy. This is crazy. Right, so as you can see, the head is off. I had to get a bit of help lifting it. We just had to swing it around and kind of had to guide it into my hands to get it down to the other side. But anyway, I'll take the camera down out of here now and give you a look. This grip has some grip on the camera. Right, now we're out. So here are our pistons. And here you can see our problem. This is all actually scored. So this is where our damage is on this side. This one has a little bit of it as well. The rest of them are fine. So we might get away with just changing these two. So now the fun starts really. I'd love to know how you change a hydraulic hose if a brush steering hose burst in one of these yokes. That part that goes on there is ridiculous. It's absolute madness. But anyway, now the fun starts, because to take the sump out of this, all that needs to move forward, which is, it's a bit, it's ridiculous as well. So that's where the fun starts. So I'll probably have to jack up the tractor, prop up the sump, then drop the sump jack and make sure the back of the tractor is well held up, and then we'll be able to remove our sump. But no, this isn't going to be easy at all now. So anyway, now like I say, that's where the fun will start tomorrow. But have I still my socket in there? I'll get a socket there and I'll turn the engine and I'll show you what was how we were able to diagnose the problem. But look at that, some scoring on that liner there now. So I'm turning the engine here with a ratchet just onto the front pulley, and you can see our score marks here again on this side are crazy. So we'll wait till this leg comes up here and you'll be able to hear the problem. So when the tractor was running, you could hear a ding, 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 ding. Just a knock. And that was our knock. That's what was happening there. Little bit in this one. And I'll turn up any one of the rest of them now. As you can see, pretty much nothing. So that's what was causing that. So like I said, a lot more work now. But if you've done one of these before, please hit me up in the comments. Tell me what the easiest way to roll forward the axle was. Prop up the tractor at the back and that. You tell me how you done it. And tell me if you've ever changed one of them steering pipes and how you've managed to do it. And also, give me your feedback on it. I appreciate the views. The last video had a massive amount of good comments. Thank you very much, lads. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and give us a subscription as well. So part 1 of this series is now finished, and we will see you for the rest of the parts. Stay tuned.